I need to feel your energy today from start to finish.
Come on, let's go.
Let's crank this thing up. It get real ferocious, I'm trying to tell you.
Turn me up all day.
From the locker room to the broadcast booth, breaking news and the truth behind every take from a real NFL insider and television analyst.
Now get ready for the NFL show where the conversation gets real and the fans get a voice. It's time for the Lake Lewis Jr. Show here on ESPN Radio.
And that's football.
One to the Lake Lewis Jr. Show. Appreciate you joining us, and happy Tuesday to you out there. If you're in your cars, make sure you get to your destination safely. And if you would like to chime in on the show, all you got to do is call us at 804-327-0888. Lots of stuff to talk about. And if you were chiming in, expecting to hear Trent and his beautiful family, they've got something great going on in Jacksonville because his daughter is in the national championships as far as track. And she's a young kid, so that's big time. So obviously I told Trent that's more important. That's how we are here. We're family first. So he's got to take care of that. And he wanted to call in and I was like, no, don't you take care of home. That's important. So Trent will be back on with us next Tuesday. But in the interim, I've got a great guest that's going to be coming on in about 30 minutes or so. We have none other than the longest tenured media person covering the Washington Commanders, and that's Donna Hopkins from Pro Football Plus. She will be joining me. She's a frequent, contributor with me here on this program, so she's going to come on with us in about 30 minutes or so. So phone lines are going to be open. We've got a lot of great stuff that we're going to be talking about today, and it's got to start first and foremost with our super producer, Alan Sandage. What's going on, Al?
What's up, man? How you doing?
I'm good. And we're going to talk about your favorite person in the world today.
Ain't my favorite person, man. It just keeps getting crazy and crazier.
Listen.
At what point is it not acting?
Well, that's what I want to kind of break down today. I want to find out, is Jayden Daniels and Brandon Aiyuk, are they trolling us right now? Are they having fun with us right now? Because knowing Jayden the way I do, from just being in that locker room with him, I can say he's a serious dude. He's funny, though, but he's also a guy that's very watchful of what he says and what he does. And to me, I know that's supposedly his best friend, his boy. But Alan, our best friends and us, we don't go back and forth like that publicly. And we definitely don't mention moms and stuff.
I got a friend, my boy Big Will. We used to do this thing online. We would roast each other and we would go back and forth sometimes for days, just joking one another. But yeah, it never, like, that was joking. That was tongue in cheek. That was us trolling people. We never really had beef. Nobody ever talked about anybody's mom. He loves his mother. I love my mother. We would never cross that line. And our mothers would never allow us to cross that line, even as a joke.
Right.
I don't think Mama Daniels or Jayden would be cool with him, like, bringing her up in the manner that he did. Right. It's not like he was like really nasty about it or anything like that. It's just the fact that he's being messy and causing this drama. Jayden, from what I gather, is very low key. He's not a look at me kind of guy.
Right.
So I wouldn't imagine he would be on board with going back and forth on social media with anything. So for him to comment, probably because he did strike a nerve when he brought his mom into it. And I mean, again, what I say about if you put him in that locker room, he would not be acting like, I promise you, he would not be acting like
that's what I was going to talk to Trent about today. Like, not to put Trent on the spot, because obviously these are things he couldn't talk about.
We know.
But yeah, I think there's some dudes that would be first to say, yeah, he would get slapped.
Again, the first guy on your right when you enter the locker room would be the one.
But this is the issue that I have. Jayden responded not with words. He responded with a meme of what Kevin Durant with his thumbs down. Okay.
Yeah.
Is that playful banter? I mean, is that because, and then from what I've seen, because, I got to tell you, I'm part of the media and all that good stuff, but I don't stay on. I mean, you can go to my IG account right now at Lake Lewis Jr., by the way, shameless plug, but you're not going to see a whole lot of stuff on there over the last couple weeks. I mean, this is a break for us too, Alan, so I don't live on social media right now. I just don't. I know Some people think it's part of your job, but it's so much negativity on there. I get tired of just going on there in the first place.
Yeah.
So with that said, for Jayden to do that, is that in a nutshell, was that a bit much for Jayden? Is that out of character for Jayden to even respond to that? Or is that playful banter? That's where I'm trying to break this thing down here.
Well, I would say it's probably just it's kind of like one of those situations where I find myself during the slow season with the ability to respond to every little thing that gets sent or tagged at me as well.
Yeah.
If it was 2 weeks from now, no. And that goes for both of us, right? Actually, come like the week of July 23rd or whatever, I'm not really available to answer or respond to anything, any text, any at on a social media
because it's go time.
Yeah, but like right now, I'm chilling watching the World Cup. There's no real urgency to anything. I'm sure he probably thought I got a little bit of time today, and I always kind of have time if you come after like mom or anybody, or if you try to be messy. I just want to shut you down real quick and let you know I'm not really for all the back and forth. And I thought what he said when he said enjoy retirement or something like that. Like I thought that was pretty much the end of the conversation.
Right.
Yeah. And I think that was personal too, though.
But see, that's why I'm saying, like, think of the stuff you and your friend have said to each other. Obviously, you can't repeat it over the air.
Yeah.
It's who's going to have the dig that's going to dig deepest in playfulness, so clearly they both know what stirs the pot on each side of the fence. And clearly Aiyuk understands Jayden's closeness with his mom. And clearly Jayden understands that Aiyuk, you keep this stuff up. If it was real, you're not playing football, not for the Commanders, but for anybody for that matter this year. It just seems to me like there might be a level there. And I'm not saying this because I want Brandon Aiyuk in Washington. I could care less. I still have a job to do one way or another. But what I am saying is that it strikes me as very immature, just across the board, for that to have happened.
Strikes me as at some point we gotta take it for what it is.
See, you all about the pulling up on folks.
No. I wouldn't even. I wouldn't pull up on them for this. I just ignore them because it's attention seeking to me.
But see, that's what I'm saying. That's what I thought. If Jayden had ignored him, then I might be thinking, okay, there might be a real problem here.
And again, what he said wasn't like anything derogatory to his mom. Yeah, if it was derogatory, absolutely. I'm on the flight.
It was derogatory just mentioning moms.
Yeah, I'm on the flight to San Francisco right now, if that's the case. Like, because they've got the money to do those kind of things. We
don't need that. I need my producer here.
However, in this case, I just think again, it's real attention seeking. And it continues to bring his value down for any potential trade, which I think was already out the door anyway. And it probably makes the Washington brass question whether or not they want to bring this guy on anyway. And I would imagine they probably reached out to Jayden to make sure if it was real or fake or something like that. Because
right,
I do remember Adam Peters saying last year during the draft process, when somebody asked him about, how much input do guys have when it comes to, the free agency, adding players and things like that. And he said they don't get the final say, but yeah, they check in with people to see.
Of course they're going to check in. Like, if that's your boy, I want to know, is he going to come here and cause
what kind of
nonsense?
person is he? Yada, yada, yada. So I would imagine they are doing the same with Aiyuk, and Adam Peters having that personal relationship with him coming from San Francisco is going to be also one of the people that would be able to vouch whether or not he thinks he's playing or not. But I again,
but can this guy be? I mean,
I just go back to it not being worth it. It's not worth it.
But I was going to say, Alan, come on, man. Let's be upfront here. Is this guy this stupid? Like, seriously? And I'm saying that, with all due respect.
I'm being honest with you. He might be. He really might be.
Wow. I mean, because you're coming at
it, but the consistency of this nonsense, the deterioration of the situation, and the fact that I know teammates and others have talked to him and told him, bro, chill out. You're going to get out the contract. You're going to get away from the team, but chill out.
But maybe there's another thing in play here, and folks, if you want to chime in right now, we're talking about Brandon Aiyuk and this whole just fiasco that just keeps coming to you by the day. And I told you a couple of weeks ago, I'm not talking about this. Well, you know what? We have to, because it's that bad.
He's a nut.
It's that bad, so maybe something else could be in play too.
Like
you
what?
Just said he's hurting his trade value but he's also hurting his 1 year prove it to me value as well.
Oh no, for
so
sure.
if you're Washington and you are thinking about him or any other team, let's just not put Washington all their eggs in that basket because no one said they're going after him. And outside of myself and some other media, but no one in the building has publicly said that they can't. We know that. But if you're Washington and you still want him, you could be saying, you know what? Rasul Butler, we're going to talk about that shortly. Rasul Douglas, we just brought him in. And guess what? 1 year, $3 million deal. Brandon Aiyuk could be getting less than that if he keeps this stuff up. And he may be in a situation where he has no choice but to take it. And
in his situation, given like some of the stuff I've read about his contract and how the Niners could void a significant amount of it, if I was him, I would shut up.
Yeah, because the Niners want some signing bonus.
Everybody's going to want out of a situation like that financially. You're just making it easier for them because.
But is he that? Seriously, man.
I'm telling you,
and I'm not talking about the whole CTE because that's none of that.
No,
thank you. This is just
an ego
buffoonery, So let's just say this though. There's 4 people in Washington, and I'm not talking politics because he wouldn't even be on that list in this one. But there's 4 people that are associated with the Commanders that are untouchable that you can't talk about. That's the owner, Josh Harris. That's Adam Peters. That's Dan Quinn. And that's Jayden Daniels. And I don't know if that's the order that I would say they're untouchable in. Jayden Daniels might be 2 or 1, when you think about it. Might be number 2 outside of Josh Harris. Okay. And this guy said that about him. Come on, Alan. Is he really that obnoxious or is this trolling?
Texter just texted and said CTE is a possibility with Aiyuk. They just said today that Marshawn Nealon had early stage CTE. Yeah. He was only 24.
Yeah.
All right. So my
but see, this is the thing. Even with those folks, unfortunate situations, of course. Even with Nealon, Luke taking his life last year. But we didn't hear anything about him. There were no early signs as far as his behavior, at least. That's what I was led to believe.
My understanding, it wasn't anything going on that was odd.
Exactly. But what we see was a guy like Antonio Brown, make no mistake about that there's something mental going on.
It's the ABs, man.
Exactly. So I don't know if I want to put Brandon Aiyuk in that category just yet, outside of just being an idiot. I don't know if that's the category that I want to stamp him in. That's not to discredit what the person who emailed in. That's a great point. But I just feel like this is trolling gone awry. That's to me is what this is all about. So, folks, this is probably going to be something that's going to be talked about for the foreseeable future. He's
gonna get cut real soon.
I don't know. I just at this point, the 49ers, they had no reason to cut him in the first place. They could have held on to him. It's not hurting their salary cap. It's not hurting their roster. Basically, they're holding him hostage. But they have all the cards right now. And I think they want that to be understood by Brandon Aiyuk. And obviously, I don't think he understands that. But this is the thing that I wanted to talk about real quick. So today, of course, Brandon Aiyuk posts something. And he's talking about the 49ers and how they lied, in his opinion, as far as the voided money and all that good stuff. So he says that he will not be reinstating with the 49ers ever, and he won't be doing any kind of business ever going forward with them. He says he's locked in and focused on his opportunity to return to the field this season, and he hashtags raise hell. So again, I'm not a lawyer. I'm not an investigator, but I'm just saying, you're going to go after the raise hell team. You're going to go after their most prized possession and asset in Jayden Daniels, who's supposedly your best friend. And then you have the nerve or audacity to hashtag raise hell in this more serious tone post today. I don't know, Alan. I'm just telling you, man. I don't know.
It could be fake. And if that's the case, they're both immature. And I would be very disappointed
I would
in Jayden
I would
for doing something like, because it hasn't been his MO so far.
Yeah.
But,
and so this is why I wanted to talk about this today, because that's the point that I was making earlier. Jayden, I know this kid, and I know he doesn't operate like this. So is it joking? Is it not? mean, folks, it's a lot to break down here. It's a lot to dissect, and it's early, and it's something that we all know. We remember what happened last year. Okay, remember what happened last year. So we do have a caller on the line. We have Mike B on. What's going on, Mike?
Oh, brother.
Man, this is a mess, isn't it?
Well, he's the gift that keeps on giving, man. But look, I want to return that gift now. You know that gift you get,
You know what I mean? You still got the receipt so I can take it back to the store or something? I mean,
dude,
listen,
dude.
But do you feel like seriously that he's seriously coming after Jayden of all people? Like that's not going to get you on this roster if that's what you want to do, or do you feel like this is all playful banter that is being taken out of proportion?
In my professional opinion,
yes.
I don't know.
And see, that's where I am. Like, I can't believe, because seriously, man, if he is not playing, he's the dumbest out there. Seriously, come on, man.
Yeah, Well, put it this way, and 5 is my boy. So let me just say a small disclaimer before I make this statement. If it's playful banter and JD's a part of this, I'll be disappointed, man.
That's what we just said here on the set.
Nonsense.
Yeah, we just said the same thing. That would not be, and because in knowing Jayden the way I do, man, and just being around him in the locker room every day, I don't. For the life of me, Jayden doesn't respond to negativity. He doesn't.
No.
And so for him to have responded to supposedly his best friend to his negative attack on him, that's out of character for Jayden. So
absolutely.
And so that's what makes me wonder, is this playful banter? And I agree with you. If it is, Jayden, if I see you soon, I'm going to tell him you can't do that. Man. You can't. You can't do that. You're the face of the franchise.
Pull him to the side, LL. Let him know. Nah, man, this is not the way to go. If you bored, he could call me up and we could go somewhere, man.
That's exactly what I said earlier. Like, I was having a conversation with someone this morning, and they were like, "Is this True Lake?" And I'm like, "Bro, be honest with you, man, I don't know, but I'm hoping that it is on the playful banter side. But then again, I'm not now, because if it is on the playful banter side, then I would be a little disappointed with Jayden to have done that. So, I would. I mean, but as far as BA is concerned, that I talked to the Friday fan. We talk almost every day. Right.
I told him, man. I said, when you're being held hostage, he should have called some hostage negotiators in a long time ago instead of doing. And I think it would be over by now.
Yeah, because normally, not to be morbid here or anything on the air, but hostages normally don't speak. I mean, that's just
that too.
Yeah, so
that too.
I just don't understand this, and the other factor of this is that DQ. One thing I know about DQ is that he's a player's coach, but he also doesn't like all that nonsense going on. So this is not endearing. Yeah, this is not endearing Aiyuk to anyone in the building right now. And someone has to tell him that, someone that he'll trust. And obviously he came out and said, number 5 called me and said, "This is my team now. We can't." If that's literally what was said and you didn't get the memo, don't want you. Don't want them.
Exactly.
Don't want them.
Exactly. You know what? It goes back. I won't hold you. I know it's not. I'm not co-host here, but it goes back to what G was saying on the show Friday. He said, they talk, right? They've got to talk, and this may be a conversation if it happened that he didn't like, right? Because some folks is like, "You my boy. If you down with, my position, but you can't be my boy. Some friends you can't pull to the side and tell them the truth, man. But
as my father used to always say, you can't bring them all with you, brother. So
that's right.
Yeah. So look, my friend, I appreciate you calling in. All right.
Absolutely, bro. Take care, man.
All right, good stuff. And then we got another caller. We got Brad Jones Brad's calling from Detroit right now. What's going on, Brad?
What's up, big bro? How you doing, man?
Man, I'll be so much better if I didn't have to deal with this, because normally around this time of year, we have a couple weeks before training camp and it's just all love, man. Everybody's like, relaxed. And then here we go. Another off season of some nonsense that is not the team's fault. So I don't want this to be like this is a Commander's issue. But somebody's attaching himself to the brand. And I got to give you some credit because you were on our fan show 2 weeks ago and you said, you pressed me a little bit about we're having a conversation about a guy that's not on the roster. Well, my friend, we might be having a conversation about a guy that might never be on this roster with what he's doing right now.
Right. We spend more time talking about him than we do our draft pick, who we drafted, Antonio Williams, to be our slot mechanic.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
We spend too much time talking about him. And even on the show, I said, has he become a distraction? And our fandom.
I didn't think so at that point. Yep.
Yeah, we went from signing him to his yardage to extending him to letting you go after 1 year, and he's on another team roster. So he's been a headache to me from day one. So,
well, I think you are starting to, well, not you, because you've always felt that way, but I think a chunk of the fan base is leaning towards you right now, where they just don't want him. They don't want to deal with it. It's too much going on. And then when you attack, let's call it, man. When you call attack Black Jesus number 5,
right.
That's a problem. So,
right.
Yeah.
And even if this is just banter between boys, right? Even if this is, look at the influence he got on 5. 5 never done anything like this in the media.
Never.
And now you got 5 doing this. Even if it is playful banter, now you look at the negative influence you got on 5. So, hey, man, do your thing. And we're looking, he may not even play in the NFL at all.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Let alone play with the Commanders.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But then again, you gotta start asking those questions ahead, because there's some GMs out there that are like, oh, it's not working out in Washington. Maybe we can rein them in. Maybe New York Giants need another receiver. The Eagles,
right?
Howie Roseman, he's known for these things. So.
Yeah,
there's going to be some more layers to this. Trust me, trust and believe. So, but do you, I'm just asking the question today to everyone, do you feel like this is playful banter, or do you feel like this is really, he's crossed the line?
I mean, I'm from back in the day. You talk about my mama,
yeah,
right?
Man, we got problems.
You bring my moms in it, man. But these kids are different. These kids are different, man. You know how they take fun at each other through social media. But what I don't like is even if he said, you text me 5. Now you're putting in some personal stuff out for the world to see.
Right.
That crossed the line for me right there.
Well, that's where, this is going to get sticky. And I hope it never comes to this. And I hope nothing ever comes from it. But one of my other friends, reached out to me and said that his concern is if he did that publicly, saying what Jayden had said to him, at least that's what he said, then who's to say that if it doesn't work out with the Commanders, he somehow said, but he had been in contact with some folks. You understand what I mean? Like, you just hope that this doesn't get messier by the day, because it seems like that's where this thing's going. So, yeah, my friend.
And even on our show, man, again, I won't keep going, but on our show, I said this in our group chat a couple weeks ago and months ago. If this was him saying he wanted to go to any other team, the way he been acting, we'd have been calling him
like
AB 2.0.
Yeah, we would have been bye.
Right?
Bye. Yep.
But
see, I think everyone felt like, obviously, Jayden Daniels and him, and even Rashad White, these guys have history together, good history, obviously being good friends, that, there would be people here to rein them in. Alan, our producer, says that there's some other bigger body guys in there that would rein him in if they had to. So, but I don't know if this is ever going to be the situation. I don't know if it's ever going to happen. So, listen, my friend, appreciate you calling me up from Detroit up there. What's the weather like up in Detroit right now?
All day. We about at 85 right now. Last week, man, we was in the hundreds, so it was hot, bro. So we kind of cooling off now.
Yeah,
so.
We were too. And my air conditioner went out for one day. I had to get a mechanic to come in. So I didn't even want to mention that on the air because I thought Alan might make fun of me. You know what I'm saying? Like, but it was brutally hot in the house. But it was just for one night, and then we had everything fixed. They had to come in emergency and fix it.
Sweet.
So yeah, we're good. We're good. But look, my friend,
sweet.
Appreciate you calling me up, and I'm gonna check you out later on this week.
All day, big bro. Stay safe, man.
All right, folks. Look, we're going to take a break. And when we come back, I've got the longest tenured media person with the Washington Commanders. Coming on with us. We're talking about Donna Hopkins from Pro Football Plus. You're listening to the Lake Lewis Jr. Show right here on ESPN Radio. Lewis Jr. Show. Appreciate you joining us. And we've been talking about Brandon Aiyuk and the whole nonsense that's going on there. Or is it nonsense? Is it playful banter? Is it nonsense? So we've had some callers call us up. If you want to call us, all you have to do is call us at 804-327-0888. And then also, we've opened this up because I have somebody that I wanted to get on and get her take because she's the most positive person that I know, and she's also the longest tenured member of our Washington Commanders media room. And I'm talking about Donna Hopkins. So we'll get ready to bring Donna on here in a second. But yeah, I'm interested to find out what she thinks about this whole situation because, it's a mess right now. It really is. We'll talk about, a signing that Washington made yesterday that actually makes things a little better because I do like the Rasul Douglas, signing at cornerback for this football team because he's a cornerback that I think he's going into his 10th year. He's a guy that's got some really good, really good body of work on his resume. And I think he's going to add to their room and make it even better. So let's see if Donna's ready with us right now. Is Donna there with us right now? Alan, is Donna?
I'm here with you, Lake.
There she is. What's going on? What's going on, Auntie? How you doing?
I'm doing great. It's so many great things happening in the sports world right now. So I'm absorbing it all, even with the Commanders, news and non-news.
Yeah. So I got to put you on the spot here because we had some callers. We talked about that. Brandon Aiyuk. Is this playful banter in your opinion, or is this a guy sinking his ship real quick?
Well, let me just say, you should not be putting your dirty laundry out there right now because to me, if you're trying to get on a team right now, no matter what's going on with you, with a previous team, with the team that you're on right now, you just actually need to be silent right now. So don't air your dirty laundry right now. I know it's a lot of stuff going out there with what Aiyuk has been saying about the 49ers, about him going to be with the Commanders, and now the latest, backwards and forward with what Jayden said, what he didn't say. I don't even know what is really the truth anymore. But one thing I do know is that Jayden doesn't need the distraction of him trying to turn the tables from last year and into a new offense. And he doesn't need a veteran, a friend, or any of those individuals creating any havoc right now. So to me, it's out there. And there's some truth to it and non-truth to it. So to me, I think that Aiyuk just needs to be quiet because he's trying to get on the team. Jayden is already on the team as the quarterback. He's still trying to get on the team.
Yeah, and Donna, when you think about it, folks, right now I'm talking with Donna Hopkins from Pro Football Plus, longest tenured media member in our Commanders media room. When you see the way this is going about, we're in that locker room. We know Jayden personally, and it's not in Jayden's MO to respond to negativity, let alone negativity from what is a so-called best friend. And that's why I'm asking the question, could there be some playful banter in this and they're trolling people? And I will follow up with that by saying to you, if that is the case, then I would be disappointed in Jayden because that's not what he should be doing as the franchise in the face of the franchise.
Yeah, I don't even see that being the case with Jayden. Like you said, we've known him for the last couple of years. That's not even his MO. And even if it was playful or whatever, this is not the time for playful stuff.
Yeah.
This is a time for you wanting to be on a team because you don't have a team right now. And again, with Jayden, he doesn't have time to go backwards and forwards with this kind of playful, if it was playful, if it wasn't. But this foolishness is what I call it. Foolishness,
buffoonery.
You know, with what's going on. Yeah. And so, again, I just think that I can't see Jayden even saying that. But when you start talking about somebody's parent or whatever, then it gets to be real delicate. And again, it's showing you what Aiyuk, basically his character is right now, because he's out there being loud when he needs to be silent, because, again, you want to be on a team. And Lake, it comes down to, do you want a guy on your team that has this much backwards and forwards with the previous team, no matter, like I said, it's some fault probably on both ends, but still, the 49ers are going to be the 49ers. You don't have a team right now. You're on the 49ers. Hoping that they let you go, but basically they have the leverage right now, and you don't with any team.
Yeah, and
you're shooting yourself in the foot with every team out there, not just the Commanders.
Well, on a brighter note, yesterday I thought the Commanders made a signing that was under the radar. That's a really good signing for them, and they signed Rasul Douglas, who is a really good cornerback in this league. Is going into what his 10th year. Last year became the Dolphins' #1 guy at the corner spot. And you know, we know about, you know, Green Bay. He was in Buffalo. I mean, this is a good football player. And now, if you're Washington, you've brought in Amik Robertson, you know, from Detroit, a veteran, and now you have Rasul Butler, a veteran, to help the Mikey Sanders-Stills, the Trey Amoses of the world. I like those four right now. So, Donna, my question to you is, what does this do for a guy like Quan Martin, who they've been like trying to move around and see if he can play some corner, which he did in college at Illinois, or if he's going to be still a safety, which he was at Illinois as well? What does this do for a guy like Quan Martin? Okay, yeah, I think Donna dropped on us there real quick, so we'll get her back. You know, so Alan will call you back and get you back on with us, but. Folks, I'm telling you, I think that's a really good signing because they're getting a veteran presence, another guy that can help the young guys, you know, and for a lot of people out there who don't know about Rasul Douglas, you can look him up and you'll see that, you know, when he was drafted, you know, he was expected to be like one of those #1 shutdown type corners. You know, a 31-year-old, yeah, he's getting up there in age, but that wisdom and that game experience will always help some of the younger guys. So, look, we're going to take a break. And when we could, do we have Donna back with us?
Yes.
Okay, there she is. There she is. I was going to take a break and bring you back.
Like yeah. Hey, well, look, I like what you asked about what does that do for Quan Martin. I like what the Commanders, like you said, did, because the cornerback room was another area that they need to add it more depth. Mm-hmm. This is just, to me, it does not change anything for Quan Martin. It just basically means that the Commanders have a guy that they can interchange up in areas, cornerback, safety room, all of those things. And we haven't saw what Quan Martin can do in this new defensive scheme that they have set up. But guess what? Like, they still don't have enough. They added one more person, a needed person, to that cornerback room. But you got to think about it. Trey Amos is coming back from an injury, so that's going to be basically to see how he comes back. It may not be like right off the bat, so you need some depth at that position. And then, like you said, Mikey, you can interchange him inside, outside. Amik Robertson, I like him. So I just think that adding one more piece to that cornerback room helps you, even to me, with Quan Martin still in there, because I think he's still a talented guy that you can interchange in various areas on that defense. They still need depth, and I just think they added another piece of depth, but that does not minus Quan Martin's out in my book.
Good stuff. Good stuff. So one more question before we got to wrap up this segment. When you look ahead, we'll be back together in what less than 3 weeks now, and it's coming. I mean, it's rapidly approaching training camp, the start of it. What are you looking forward to as far as those first couple of days? Like the intensity, we know it's going to be hot, but this team has to come out and show us a little bit more than, or a lot more than they did last year around the same time.
Yeah, the first thing I'm looking at on both sides of the ball with the new offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator, I'm looking to see really what those two areas are going to look like. Blau's offense, I want to really see it materialize in these first couple of weeks. The same with the defensive side. I want to see how that really looks, because all we saw was them learning the two areas when we were at the OTAs. But I'm looking to see really how this flows, the offense and the defense with the new scheme coming forward. And like you said, Lake, hitting the ground hard, because there's no time, for trip-ups or anything like that. But finally, we get to see really what this offense and defense is going to look like in the early stages.
Folks, this is the only person that I can say from the fashion side of things, maybe Chad Ricardo, Fox Channel 5 up in D.C. But Donna is literally the fashion plate. So just so everyone knows, when you see me coming in the stadium and getting filmed, she's the person that started that. I got to give her credit. I got to give her a flower. She's the person that started that with myself, and it's taken off. The sponsors came in because of Donna, so I can't complain about that. But she's the only other person that I can say really can go toe to toe fashion wise. She's the fashion plate. So I appreciate you coming on.
You gotta, you gotta represent. Just like this team, representing from the beginning is the key thing. How you look is key coming out of the gate.
That's it. You look good, you play good. That's what we always say. So, Auntie, I greatly appreciate you coming on, making time out of your day. And I'm going to see you real soon. It's going to be hot, but I'm going to see you real soon.
Hey, Lake, simply the best. You are.
Thanks, Auntie. Appreciate you. All right, folks, look, we're going to take a break. And when we come back, we'll have another segment, our final segment, and we'll get some thoughts from Alan on here, too. We got some NFL stuff that I want to bring up to you as well. So, more to come. Stay with us. You're listening to Lake Lewis Jr. Show right here on ESPN Radio. Here on the Lake Lewis Jr. Show right here on ESPN Radio. Appreciate Donna Hopkins from Pro Football Plus joining us, help us break down the Washington Commanders, some news and notes. And we'll be back up there in what literally less than 3 weeks now. It's coming. It's coming fast. It's coming furious.
I'll look over here.
Yeah, I'm looking over there because you're going to be up there too sometimes.
Yeah.
Maybe not every day, but you're going to be up there.
I'm just laughing because it's coming fast, man. The World Cup then threw my whole timeline off. Times when I used to be laying on the couch, I'm up and about. And then here we are.
Days are gone.
Yeah, man, it's already here.
I told you when I got here, you're going to be on the gamut. You're going to be in London. You're going to be doing it all. So yeah. I got to tell you, I make no bones about it. I despise training camp.
I'm not going to lie. So I love like the Senior Bowl, the drills, and the one-on-ones. I love that aspect because it's competitive.
Right.
Unless the training camp matchup is competitive, it is rather like we're just going through the motions.
But you'll like the joint practices.
No, I love
we
the
got Miami, you got the Ravens, and that's going to be up at Owings Mills, so that's going to be.
Yeah, I'll be there for that twice.
Yeah, you're going to be there for that.
The joint practice way back when they were here with the Houston Texans and stuff. The infamous D'Angelo Hall rep. I remember that and the energy there.
When
There was
D-Hop got him.
Yeah, there was a couple other joints that they had too. But yeah, joint practices.
The Jets,
are cool.
That was the one with the brawl.
Yeah, long as they always fight those practices.
Always, and you know why?
Because I mean, you've been pent up with your teammates and stuff.
It's a little bit more than that. I'm gonna give out a secret. This is what an insider can do. So I'm gonna tell you, and I can say it. I don't think I can get in trouble for saying it, but a lot of guys, they don't want that second or third day.
Oh, so they try to.
Oh, it's planned. Trust me.
They Aiyuk it.
It's planned.
That's what we're gonna start calling people that sabotage things. They Aiyuk it.
Oh no! And I had a guy tell me when they were walking out, we're not gonna have practice today.
Oh, yeah,
and
we
I'm
about
like,
to
what are you
Aiyuk
talking
this
about?
thing.
Y'all coming out? Watch.
That'll be his legacy. He can turn himself into a verb.
So you got Aiyuked. So if somebody lied on you, you got Aiyuked, or
somebody just absolutely blows up a situation for no reason. They Aiyuked it.
Come on, man, because there's still a possibility this joker end up in the locker room. You're gonna be like, you the one that came up with the Aiyuk.
I will tell him to his face.
See, there
respectfully.
I was waiting for that part.
I mean, hey, I don't need a line about it. If I'm on air saying it and the sound is out there, why would I be like, no, I didn't say that. That sounds like
you gotta
that's me.
Stand on 10.
That's right.
You know, like, no, man, I said it. That's right. I said it.
And if you're not a nut, then tell me you're not a nut so I can laugh with you, because I'm not laughing right now.
You tell him I said it. I said it on ESPN radio.
Seem kind of nutty, man. I got Kinlaw right next to me. I got some backup.
Well, you know what's kind of nutty, man? Kind of weird.
I was going to throw one at you that we had today on Fits the Bill. Chris Canty talking about Tyler Shuck might have is in the running or could potentially have an MVP level season or something.
So you know Chris Canty from where?
Yeah, UVA.
UVA.
Yeah,
okay.
So
let me say this. I don't think Chris is entirely off by saying that.
I'm so hurt by
because I'm saying this. He's set up for success in New Orleans, man. And who did they draft? They drafted Jordan Tyson.
Yeah, but we're talking
Chris Olave.
You gotta have wins and statistics for MVP consideration. He ain't gonna get both.
No,
ain't no way he gonna get both.
Well, but you know what? That division is
bad.
It's bad. It's there to be had.
And you know what wins it? Bad football. That's why they're 8-9 division winners. You're not gonna
that won't get it done.
Yeah, that's not gonna get it.
But I do think that he's a guy that could be in the running to be upwards of 3,800, 4,000 yards passing this year.
Yeah, now that might be doable because he played 9 games last year, and he was like 2,200 yards or something.
And
he
looked good.
But here's the thing:
he fits the.
In those 9 games, he had 10 touchdowns and 6 interceptions.
But who
That's
was he
not
throwing
bad.
the ball to?
Exactly.
Because
so we think
hurt.
Tyson's going to come in and elevate him that much?
Yeah, I do. Wow. I think Tyson and Olave together.
Then my boy KC Conception about to get Shador Super Bowl.
I mean, I don't know if Shador's going to be the starter.
Yeah, he's got to be, man.
I think Watson might be your starter up in Cleveland. The way they're talking about him.
He's going to get Watson out
and
of
they're going to give him every chance to start because they still paying him. They want to get something out of it, on their ROI. They want to get something out of that. But one of the things that I was going to say was nutty, and it actually does tie into the NFC South. And it's the NFL Top 100. They're still doing that now, and they're dragging this out because they want to make sure it goes all the way up to preseason, So I'm looking at some of the folks on here that kind of surprised me where they're rated. First person that jumped off of me was Carson Schlesinger at 93. Is that too low for him?
I would think so, but I mean, this is
Defensive Rookie of the Year, right?
It's voted on by your peers.
Defensive Rookie of the Year.
Yeah.
For Cleveland.
Yeah.
But I think people might be saying, but look who was in front of him. He did have a monster.
I don't care if the monster's in front of him. He still got to make the plays behind him.
That's what I'm saying. And he was 93. The reason why I say that is because the year before, Jayden had NFL Rookie of the Year on offense and was like 22 on the list. And I understand he's a quarterback. But 22 and 93, that's a huge discrepancy, man. There's no curve on that.
You're going to stand out and be more memorable across the board, even with your peers, if you're at the quarterback position over a linebacker. You got to be like,
but you're telling me he couldn't sniff 60 or something? 93 means he just got in the group.
This is the last rookie linebacker that just really stood out. It's been a while.
Listen, man.
Respected by universally respected by your peers. He plays for the Browns. The brand ain't there. I'm not mad at it.
That's disrespectful.
It is, but I ain't mad at it. I know where they're coming from.
And then the other person that kind of shocked me is 2 of them, actually. One of them was playing for Washington the last 2 years, and he's not on the roster now. Maybe that changes. Who knows? But Bobby Wagner still was at 81, and he's not on the roster right now.
They respect him.
I looked at Bobby Wagner's stats last year. And for everybody out there that dogged this dude, listen, man, 162 tackles, 8 tackles for loss.
I looked at Bobby
4.5
Wagner.
sacks, 2 interceptions, 4 forced fumbles. I mean, that's the most guys. If you tell any linebacker in the NFL, these are your numbers for 2026. You don't think most of them going to say sign me up for that, Allen?
Yeah, no, they would. But man, I looked at Bobby Wagner's tape, and a lot of it with him in coverage was just.
But see, why are we even having that conversation? He should have never been in coverage.
I know he shouldn't have been,
and
but
that's
he
why
was.
his defensive coordinator got fired for doing that.
He was, and now I think people are scared because if you can't cover in space or move in space in today's NFL, woo,
hey, put him in LA's
you
defense.
about to be in
put him in LA's defense.
Put him in front of 7, 8, 9, 10 elite edge rushers, interior defensive linemen, and he's going to be a stud again.
Yeah, and teams are going to go 12,
He's
13
he's
personnel.
though.
They're going to go 12, 13 personnel to combat that. That's what they would do.
You're going to have to.
Yeah, you're going to have to find a way to do something.
If I can real quick, I have been a fan of a team that tried to run at Myles Garrett before, and that didn't work either.
No, it's just not going to work, man.
I'm sure we'll try again.
And it's not going to work in LA either. So the other person that kind of surprised me was Baker Mayfield, 77.
Nah, I really don't think the people in the league respect Baker. I think fans do.
They showing that if he's a 77.
I think fans do and everything, but I mean, if this is really by your peers, he does rub people the wrong way with his cocky attitude.
Yeah, the bravado,
stuff,
for sure.
And he has moments, but a lot of his moments haven't come in big games. I want to say last year he didn't do too well in big games, and it's probably why their record was like it was. Like but
that was just 1 year and
this is based off of this last year's, right?
Well,
like top 100 in NFL now.
Well, in fairness to Baker, I would say Chris Godwin was hurt. They had Ibuka, Abeko is Ibuka, from Ohio State. I like him a lot.
JSN, but they tried.
Yeah, you're right. There you go. I knew it was. I thought we were almost done. 2 minutes left in the show, and there you go.
I mean, come on, could it get any worse, man? You come out rookies, 2 rookies coming out. This guy's all world, and you're good, but he's all world. It just makes you look even worse. Poor guy.
It makes the same thing with Marvin Harrison Jr. too. He was there with all these guys. And that's why I say if you're the 3rd or 4th wide receiver at Ohio State, you know what you should do? Transfer.
Also, I think I'm on the record now. Maybe we should listen to players because those guys told you that JSN was the best one.
They said that.
Yeah, and we didn't listen to
But
him.
you know what? That's not necessarily true because we did see it in the Rose Bowl.
Oh yeah.
Like we have over 300 yards receiving.
They just obliterated Utah.
Yeah, that was bad. They shouldn't have been on the same field. But yeah, I mean, this list just goes to show you, Alan, that if you're on the top 100 voted by your peers, that's good. But the peers say Carson Schlesinger was 93, and as you said, the peers say Baker 77.
I think the peers,
that's not a top 10 quarterback.
The peers taxed Carson because he was on the Browns, and then Baker. I think top 70 something in the league.
But does that put you as a top 10 quarterback if you're 77th at quarterback in the league?
Are there 9 or 10 other quarterbacks on that list in front of him?
It's got to be.
We'll see.
We're going to find out.
The drama.
That's going to be something to talk about over on Thursday, Tuesday, next week.
If Jalen Hurts is in front of him, I know we got a texter that'll be hot about that.
Ooh, if Darnold's not on the list,
Darnold's definitely going to be on.
I know. But is he going to be top 50? I know Jack thinks he is. So, my friends, I appreciate you checking us out today. Remember, if you're driving home, make sure you get home to your family and friends safely. Also, remember, coming up Thursday, we'll be back here, and then Friday we'll have our fan show. So appreciate you as always. Have a good one. Be safe.